Hello, beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I want to talk to you about the fear of being seen for who you truly are. Okay, this is going to be a deep podcast. It has to do with past lives, where you've been before as a soul, and the traumas that you may have experienced, most of us did, as a healer in past lives. And so what has happened? You have heard of the witches being burned at the stake. You have heard of people being put into a madhouse. You have heard of people being disowned or being left for crazies. All this has happened to us in our spirit life, meaning past lives. And when something very traumatic like this happens for using our gifts, that trauma is stored in your energetic body. So when you incarnate again onto this earth, you're bringing that memory of what happened, how you were hurt, how perhaps you were killed, persecuted, how you lost your family, perhaps, right? Your friends. And that is the fear that comes up now in today's life that you're living. So it is no wonder that so many people are waking up and are becoming aware of their gifts, of other realms. They're seeing, feeling things. Yet they're so afraid to speak to anyone about it because it is in their DNA memory that this was something bad, that something bad's going to happen to me if I speak up, if I share, if I tell anyone what I'm going through. People are going to think I'm crazy. People are going to leave me, especially if you have been born into a very religious family. Where this type of things of communicating with other realms, with spirits, with your higher self are taboo or bad or evil, then you're going to have this really real fear of stepping into who you truly are. But if you are awakening and you are beginning to feel these things and see them, it's for a reason. And the reason is that your soul is now ready to embrace it. That's number one. Number two, you're ready to embrace it because you have chosen to do so. You have chosen to do so because you want to be part of the ascension of the planet. And the last one is, it is you are the chosen one on your family line to stop the cycle of being persecuted and being made bad or negative for what you're able to do. It is up to you. You are the one who is cutting the chains and stopping this cycle from continuing to repeat itself in your specific family line. I just unloaded a whole bunch of information here. My guys are giving me the information a mile a minute. I can barely translate because it's just so much information that's coming through. They really want me to explain this to you. Okay, just calm down, take a deep breath. Grounding so I can receive clearer here. Okay, so what the guys are saying, as we have been seers, seekers, healers in past lives, and we're much more connected with nature, with the planet. We're able to use the herbs as medicine. We're able to use our own energy, your chi, to help others heal. And then the fear came through from those non-believers, right? It's always the non-believers who are saying, nope, that's not what it is, and it must be something bad. And this is not to point the finger as like who's right or who's wrong. This is just to be aware of what happened, right? Because anyone who is afraid, this is all coming from fear. Anyone who's afraid of what they cannot see or perceive because they cannot see or perceive it, they're going to go straight to the worst, most negative thing that they can imagine that they have been made aware of throughout their own lives in order to be safe. So this all comes from fear, right? Not to say it's right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's no judgment here. It's just to explain that part. But if you were the healer in the past life, where you are working on helping people, other souls, with your gifts, and then you were burned at the stake for being a witch or for doing things that were part of the devil or anything that's not nice, negative, then in this life, when you're beginning to see and feel things, you're going to feel really, really alone. And you're going to feel really alone because most of the people in your life are not awakening at the same time as you are. And a lot of them also are going to completely straight out just refuse you and what you're coming up through, right? So I'll give you my example. When I started my spiritual journey, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, as most of us don't. And the more and more that I did the work, that's meditating, clearing old wounds from childhood, doing the work with my family that I grew up, all of that stuff, the more that I worked on myself, the more open I became. And the more open I became, the more that my gifts were clearer to me. And the more my gifts were clearer to me, the more trust that I began to gather. And the more trust that I began to gather, the more I was able to share them. And the more I was able to share them, the more confirmation I got that they were actually real. So it's all about using them, trusting them, and continuing to move on. But I was doing this through and with people who were all going through the same thing as me or had just gone through it, and we were all expanding at the same time. And so I was sharing what was happening to me with other like-minded people, and I felt safe there. And that also means that I was not sharing this with anyone else. So the only people I was sharing my journey are the people who were in that very small group of people that I was learning with and sharing with. And when my husband found out, he flipped out. And I understood, like right away, how he was freaked out and why. It's because it was the first time he was hearing this from me. And I had had months of work to get to the point that I was. And here I am telling him the end result. This is months into it. Obviously, I'm still a work in progress. But the end result of where I had gotten, and it completely freaked him out, scared him. Right? And this is what your loved ones are going to go through as well. They're going to go through this fear of what's going on, who are they talking to, who are they connecting with, are they possessed, are they going crazy, is this something evil? All of those thoughts and ideas are going to go through their minds, and a lot of them is going to be way too much for them to hold, and they will leave. They will just leave you because now you're crazy or you've gone down the wrong way, and they want nothing to do with you. Just know that it's all because of their own fear. It has nothing to do with you specifically. It's their fear of what's happening, right? They cannot hold on to that. Other people will give you a lot of problems, a lot of talk back, of laughing at you, making fun of you, and or questioning everything you do, being sarcastic, not believing you, testing you, all of that stuff. But they will remain around you at the same time that they're not actually believing in you. Those people, negative Nellies, also need to stay away from you, or you need to keep them away from you as you are going through your journey, because they will begin to make you question yourself more and more instead of trusting more and more, which is what you need when you're just beginning to go through your journey. Okay, and then you have the people who are very curious and may have some experiences, but they're also too scared to say anything. Or they might think that they don't have the gift or something. And those are the people that will very timidly cheer you on, say that's great, but at the same time not ask you for any more information because it really scares them out a lot. Okay? You have the other group of people, which is very rare to be already in your circle of friends. So it's going to be somebody else that you meet who is like, oh my gosh, I'm going through the same thing. Let's get together and talk about this. And let's exchange experiences and that type of stuff. And then you begin to go down the rabbit hole with that person. Okay. So those like different people, different sections, right? Those are the people that you want to talk to and share with and experiment with. Those are the people that are going to help you move past your fear from your past lives. And as you begin to be able to open up about what's going on for you, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling with like-minded people, you're going to grow more trust into what you're seeing, you're feeling. You're going to learn how to heal yourself so that you're able to open yourself up to even more gifts, more expansive, stronger, clearer. And that's the path that you want to go through. You want to go with that path, with that group of people. You want to remove yourself from the other ones. Not saying like leave everybody else. If they want to leave you, fine. But you don't need to share everything that you're going through with the people who are the non-believers, the haters, or the ones who are like super scared. You want to share what you're going through with the people who are like-minded, like you, the ones who get you, the ones who can help you expand and grow even more than what you have thus far. That's what's going to help you move. Sorry, my dog is doing some funny noises here. That is just going to help you move forward in your spiritual awakening, in your spiritual journey. Okay, so it's really, really important. The guys want you to know that if you are going through any of this awakening and awareness and expansion symptoms, that it is for a reason. It's because you're ready. It's because you've wanted this, and they're giving you the go ahead, the green light, the let's go and do it. Find someone else who has already done it, or who's just one step ahead of you that you can lean onto, so that they can show you the next way, the next step, the next journey. What do you do, right? Find someone who can lead you forward, not backwards. And know that the reason you're receiving all of this, that you're going through this, is because you are ready. So it's not going to happen to someone who decided like, nope, this is not for me. They're not going to get it. Okay? It is not up to you to share with those people because they don't want to get it. And that's okay. That's their journey. This is your journey. Separate yourself from sharing this, but see them with love and light. See them with love and light for being who they are, where they are right now, and for showing you the contrast of where you are right now and where you were before, probably just like them, right? And notice that difference, that shift, and also realize that each individual human on this planet has a purpose. So some of us are waking up, we're becoming light workers, we're helping humans raise and awaken and heal, and others are completely turning their head around and going the other way. There is a purpose for them too. Whether you know what their purpose is or not, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. Allow them to be, and know that that's their journey. And it's okay. This is coming out really, really strong. And also to find those who align with what you're doing attach yourself more and open yourself more with those souls who are going down the journey that you are or similar, and begin to nurture these gifts, this knowing, and this remembrance of who you truly are. All right. With that, I'm going to go. I'm going to let you go. Please share this with anyone that you feel would benefit from the messages. Subscribe if you already haven't. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast so that you can get the notifications when it comes up. It comes up every Monday and Thursday, and sometimes there's like an extra one, like the one that I just did on Tuesday, I believe. And if you are needing extra help or support, reach out either to me or anyone else that is in your field that is calling your name. Okay. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.